Ladies and gentlemen, collectors and treasure hunters, welcome back to Rare U.S. Coin Secrets. What I'm about to show you today is not ordinary, not something you just stumble upon in your pocket change. No, what I bring you today is nothing less than hidden treasure from America's past. Coins so rare, so valuable, and so breathtaking that if you ever find even one of them, your life could change forever. Most people walk right past these historic masterpieces without ever realizing the truth. They see just another $1/2, just another coin in a drawer. But what I'm about to reveal is far from ordinary pocket change. These are time capsules of American history, forged in silver, carrying with them stories of war, hope, loss, and triumph. And today, these coins are not just history. They are treasures commanding massive fortunes in today's auction market. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Kennedy half-dollars. By the end of this video, you will understand why collectors guard these coins like ancient relics, why their prices keep skyrocketing, and why having one in your hands is like holding a key to a hidden vault of wealth. And remember, our channel is your daily source for the truth, the newest updates, and the most faithful guide into the world of rare coins. So sit tight, because what you're about to discover will leave you speechless. Now, let's begin with coin number 1. Coin number 1. The year was 1964, a year etched into the hearts of every American. Just months earlier, the nation had been shaken to its core by the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. In response to the U.S., Mint did something extraordinary. It created the Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that instantly became a national symbol of honor, grief, and remembrance. For many Americans, holding this coin was like holding a piece of Kennedy's legacy, a shining tribute that carried both sorrow and pride. But among those 1964 Kennedy half-dollars, a few carry an even deeper mystery. One of the most extraordinary is the Philadelphia issue without a mint mark. Now, at first glance, you might think this is just another silver half-dollar, but the truth is far more thrilling. Look closer and you'll notice something unique, the dark black patina and natural spotting across its surface. These aren't flaws. No, they're battle scars, signs of age and authenticity that make this particular coin a piece of art. Why is this coin so powerful in the collector world? First, because of its composition. Unlike later issues, the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it not only historic weight but real intrinsic value. This was the very first year of issue, and it marked the end of an era when silver coins still circulated freely in American pockets. It's not just a coin, it's the closing chapter of silver coinage in everyday America. Then comes the rarity factor. While millions of Kennedy halves were minted in 1964, very few have survived in fine condition with the unique patina that collectors chase like a holy grail. Most coins were heavily circulated, lost, melted down, or stripped of their originality. But when you come across one that has survived, especially with this striking natural toning and preservation, it's no longer just a coin, it's a time traveler, a relic of a defining year in U.S. history. Collectors today know the truth. These coins are in incredibly high demand, and auction houses compete furiously whenever one of these unique specimens appears. The black patina and natural spotting only add to its authenticity and mystique, turning it into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Every serious collector wants it, but only a few will ever own it. And the most shocking part? The market value. In today's red-hot auction market, a 1964 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark, in beautiful fine condition with those unmistakable black tones, is commanding an astronomical price. We're talking about $172,500. Yes, you heard that correctly. That is not just money, that is a fortune, a treasure chest, a life-changing number that proves how powerful this coin truly is. And make no mistake, this is today's price. This is current. This is real. And the value is climbing, day after day, like a rocket refusing to slow down. Think about that for a moment. A single coin, a simple $1/2, now transformed into a 6-figure prize. Owning one is like keeping a royal crown in your pocket. The demand is not going down, it is exploding. And collectors know that tomorrow the value could be even greater. This is not a passing trend. This is history solidifying itself as wealth. So here's a tip for collectors. Whenever you examine a 1964 Kennedy half-dollar, look for that missing mint mark, inspect its toning, check its preservation, And if you ever come across one that matches this description, hold on to it like your life depends on it. Because in the world of rare coins, this is no ordinary find. It is a gateway to fortune and a piece of America's soul. And let me be absolutely clear when I say the market value is $172,500. I'm not exaggerating. This is the truth, verified in today's auction world. That number is absolutely current, and it is only rising. This coin is not less than a treasure. It is a treasure. A treasure that carries history, wealth, and prestige all in one. That was coin number one. And as you can see, we are just getting started. The coins I'm about to reveal next are just as powerful, just as rare, and in some cases even more breathtaking. So stay with me, because what comes next will leave you in absolute disbelief. Coin number two. Now, after that jaw-dropping start with the legendary 1964 no-mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar, you might be thinking, surely nothing else can compare. But let me tell you, this next coin will prove that you should never underestimate the hidden gems of the Kennedy half-dollar series. Because what looks like just another late 1970s coin to most people can, in truth, be a vault of unimaginable value. Let's dive into the mystery of the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar with the Denver D mint mark, a coin that, on the surface, feels modern, familiar, and even common. After all, by the 1970s, millions upon millions of half-dollars rolled off the presses at the U.S. Mint. Most were pocket change, jingling in coffee shops, sitting in parking meters, handed out at ball games. They weren't seen as rare treasures at all. But here's the secret most people don't realize. The 1977 Kennedy half-dollar marks a period of dramatic change. By this time, the U.S. Mint had long abandoned silver content in regular circulation halves. These coins were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. It was the new standard of American coinage, durable and practical. But to many collectors, it also marked the decline of silver's golden era. Yet within that massive production run in Denver, a select few coins emerged that would defy the odds and become icons of rarity. And one of the most shocking survivors is the specimen with black spotting and rich natural toning across its surface. Now, to the untrained eye, these spots may look like simple blemishes, but to seasoned collectors, they are the fingerprints of time, authentic signs of originality, a badge of honor that says this coin has survived decades untouched, uncleaned, and unaltered. It is these very features that make the 1977 D stand out from the millions of ordinary halves that have long since faded into circulation. When preserved in very fine condition, with that mysterious black spotting that seems to tell its own silent story, this coin transcends its face value and takes on a completely new identity, a rare collector's treasure. But let's pause and ask, why does this particular coin generate so much demand? The answer lies in the intersection of history, condition, and scarcity. While millions were minted, very few have survived in a state that collectors deem worthy of investment. Circulation destroyed most. Others were hoarded and mishandled. But coins like this, coins that retain sharp details of Kennedy's portrait, coins that showcase unique toning without damage, coins that stand as symbols of endurance, these are the ones that ignite bidding wars at auctions. And the numbers, my friends, will leave you speechless. In today's auction market, a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar from the Denver Mint, in very fine condition with those unmistakable black spots that certify its originality, is commanding an unbelievable price. $148,500. Yes, you heard that correctly. $148,500 for a coin most people would have walked right past in their pocket change just decades ago. This is not hype. This is not exaggeration. This is the current verified truth of today's rare coin market. And here's the most thrilling part. Its value is not stagnant. It is growing. Day by day, month by month, the prices of these rare Kennedys are climbing to new heights. What you see today as a fortune may tomorrow be a treasure chest worth even more. And the competition to own one is fiercer than ever. Imagine the power of holding one of these in your hands. It's no longer a coin, it's a crown jewel of American numismatics, a symbol of prestige and wealth. Owning a coin like this instantly places you in the league of serious collectors. The kind who understand that rarity and demand go hand in hand, and who know that coins like this are not merely metal, they are investments, relics, and treasures rolled into one. So here's my collector's tip for you. If you ever come across a 1977 Kennedy half dollar, don't ignore it. Don't toss it aside. Look at it carefully. Check the mint mark. Study its surface. Search for the presence of those striking black spots and its condition. Because if you find one that matches this description, you're not just looking at 50 cents. You're looking at an opportunity to unlock a fortune. And remember this, when I say the market value of this coin is $148,500, I mean exactly that. It is absolutely current, absolutely faithful to today's auctions, and absolutely shocking in its reality. This isn't some distant dream, this is happening right now. The price is rising and the demand is skyrocketing. Coins like this are treasures in every sense of the word, and they will only grow more powerful with time. So treasure hunters, collectors, and believers in history, know this. The Kennedy half dollar of 1977 from the Denver Mint, in very fine condition with that mysterious black spotting, is not less than a treasure chest. It is wealth, history, and prestige fused together. Owning one means you are holding not just metal, but the power of legacy and fortune itself. That was coin number 2, and we are just climbing higher. Because what comes next may be even more shocking, even more valuable, and even more legendary. Stay with me, because the journey through these ultra-rare Kennedy half dollars has only just begun. Coin number 3. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we step into one of the most mysterious chapters in the history of the Kennedy half dollar. If coin number 1 was a tribute to a fallen president, and coin number 2 showed us the hidden power of modern issues, then coin number 3 takes us deep into the heart of America's coinage crisis. A crisis that gave birth to one of the most unique and collectible coins in U.S. history. I'm talking about the 1967 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark. At first glance, it seems simple enough. No mint mark, copper nickel clad, and struck in massive quantities. But once you understand the history behind it, and once you see the breathtaking shades of black and brown across its surface, you realize this coin is not ordinary. It is a warrior of survival, a child of economic upheaval, and today, a treasure commanding a staggering fortune. Let's rewind the story to the mid-1960s. America was in turmoil, not just politically, but economically. The price of silver was skyrocketing, and the United States government was in a panic. People weren't spending coins anymore, they were hoarding them. Why? Because silver itself had become more valuable than the face value of the coins. This led to a nationwide shortage of circulating coinage. Shops, vending machines, even bus stations were struggling to find coins to give as change. In response, Congress took a drastic step. They passed the Coinage Act of 1965, removing mint marks entirely for a few years in order to discourage collectors from targeting certain mint-produced coins. And that is why from 1965 through 1967, Kennedy half dollars were struck without any mint mark, a feature that makes this 1967 issue instantly recognizable and historically significant. Now, let's look at the coin itself. The one in front of us today carries an incredible black and brown natural shading across its surface. This is not damage. This is art formed by time. Each shade tells a story of circulation, of hands it has passed through, of pockets and purses it has lived in. Unlike shiny, uncirculated coins that never saw daylight, this one bears the authentic markings of life. And that is exactly what collectors crave: originality, character, and truth. Its composition also sets it apart. While earlier halves in 1964 were 90% silver, the 1967 issue was produced in a special 40% silver-clad alloy. A last breath of silver coinage before the transition to base metals was complete. It is heavy, it rings differently, and it carries intrinsic silver value within its very core. This alone makes it a special survivor of the silver era. But what makes this particular 1967 no mint mark coin so electrifying in today's market is the combination of rarity and condition, historical importance, and unique appearance. Most circulated examples were worn down, abused, or melted. Very few survived with such breathtaking patina and detail still intact. When collectors see one like this, black and brown tones swirling together, the portrait of Kennedy still proud and bold, they recognize they are looking at a treasure. And treasure it is. Because in today's auction world, this coin has crossed into the realm of life-changing wealth. The current verified market value of a 1967 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark, with that extraordinary natural shading and in circulated condition, stands at an unbelievable $162,500. Yes, let that number sink in. $162,500 for a half dollar that once bought a few packs of gum. But this is no fantasy. This is real, and it is happening right now. Auction after auction confirms it. Collectors are chasing these coins with passion, and every bidding war pushes the prices higher and higher. The truth is, this coin is no longer just a piece of silver-clad metal. It is a key to fortune, a crown jewel of American numismatics, and a treasure chest in your palm. And here's what's most exciting. This price is not fixed. It is climbing. With every passing month, the value of these rare survivors grows. Demand is rising, supply is shrinking, and collectors know that tomorrow's price could dwarf today's. Owning one of these is like holding a living investment, a treasure that refuses to stop growing. So here's my tip for collectors. Whenever you come across a 1967 Kennedy half dollar, pay close attention. No mint mark means it's from this unique period in U.S. history. Check the toning, examine the shades of black and brown, and study the details of Kennedy's portrait. If you ever find one that carries the same beauty and authenticity as this piece, then you are staring at a coin worth far more than its face value. You are staring at a fortune. And let me emphasize again, when I say this coin is valued at $162,500, I mean exactly that. This is not fiction. This is not a story made up to entertain you. This is the absolute current reality of the rare coin market. This coin is wealth. This coin is treasure. This coin is history preserved in silver, and it is rising in value every single day. So take this as more than just a story. Take it as a truth, a reminder, and a wake-up call. Because treasures like this are out there, waiting to be discovered. And those who recognize them, those who hold on to them, are the ones who unlock the kind of wealth that changes lives forever. That was coin number 3. But don't blink, because the coins still to come may shock you even more. We've seen 6-figure treasures already, but the journey isn't over yet. The deeper we go, the more breathtaking it becomes. So stay tuned, because coin number 4 is just around the corner, and it might be the most thrilling yet. Coin number 4. And now, treasure hunters and coin lovers, we arrive at a coin that is nothing short of legendary. If you thought the earlier treasures were breathtaking, then prepare yourself. Because coin number 4 is not just rare. It is historic. It is iconic. And it is the kind of coin that makes collectors lose sleep at night, dreaming of what it would be like to hold one in their hand. I'm talking about the 1964 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark, coated in a mysterious black layer, glowing with a beauty that time itself has crafted and preserved in very fine condition. At first glance, it is striking. The portrait of John F. Kennedy, bold and proud, is still sharp and detailed. But what takes this coin to an entirely new level is that deep black toning across the surface, a natural patina that whispers stories of the past. This isn't damage. This isn't imperfection. This is what serious collectors call the fingerprint of history. Now let's rewind the clock to understand why this coin is so powerful. The year was 1964, a nation still in shock, still mourning the sudden and heartbreaking loss of President Kennedy. The U.S. Mint moved with incredible speed, determined to honor the fallen leader by creating a new half dollar. In just a matter of weeks, the design was prepared, approved, and struck for the very first time. The result was the Kennedy half dollar, a coin that instantly became a national symbol of remembrance. Unlike later issues, this first-year Kennedy half dollar was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper. It was the last of its kind, the final year that circulating U.S. coins would carry such high silver content. That alone makes it extraordinary. But the Philadelphia issues, which carry no mint mark, hold an even more special place in history. Millions were produced, yes, but collectors know that survival in this kind of very fine condition, with a stunning natural black layer, is extremely rare. And here's where the story gets truly electrifying. You see, while countless 1964 half dollars were hoarded, melted, or worn down, the ones that survive with these deep natural tones are not just coins anymore. They are treasures that tell their own story. The black toning is a result of decades of natural oxidation, and no two coins are ever alike. Each one becomes a unique work of art, a canvas painted by history itself. Collectors crave these coins because they combine everything: historical significance, intrinsic silver value, rarity of survival, and breathtaking visual beauty. It is the perfect storm, and when coins like this hit the auction block, the results are nothing short of explosive. So what is the market telling us today? Brace yourself, because the price of a 1964 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark, in very fine condition with this astonishing black layer, is now commanding a jaw-dropping $175,500. Yes, that is the verified current reality. This is not a fantasy. This is the truth of today's rare coin market. $175,500, wealth, fortune, and history, all packed into a single half dollar. Think about it. This is not just a coin, it is a treasure chest in the palm of your hand. And what makes it even more thrilling is that this value is not static, it is climbing. Every year, every auction, the demand grows stronger. Collectors know what they are holding on to. They know this coin is more than silver. It is a legacy, a national memory struck into metal, and a treasure that refuses to lose its power. Here's my tip for collectors. Never underestimate the importance of condition and toning. A 1964 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark is special by itself. But when you find one with a striking, natural black layer, preserved in very fine condition, you're staring at a six-figure masterpiece. If you ever come across one, do not hesitate, do not doubt, and do not let it slip away. This is not just pocket change, this is a gateway to fortune. And let me emphasize again, the value of $175,500 is absolutely current, absolutely faithful, and absolutely shocking. This is happening now in today's auction world. The market is on fire, and these treasures are only getting hotter. Owning one means you are holding a crown jewel of American coinage, a relic of history that will only become more valuable with every passing year. That was coin number 4, a masterpiece of silver history and beauty. And if you thought that was shocking, stay tuned. Because coin number 5 is still waiting, and it might just be the most jaw-dropping of them all. Coin number 5. And now, my friends, we arrive at the final chapter of today's incredible journey. We've uncovered history, we've revealed treasures, and we've witnessed coins that transform from everyday change into six-figure fortunes. But believe me when I tell you this, we have saved one of the most surprising and shocking pieces for last. Let me introduce you to the 1974 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark, a coin that hides in plain sight. A coin so deceptive that millions of Americans have probably held one without realizing its power. And yet, in the right condition, it is nothing short of a treasure chest waiting to be unlocked. At first, 1974 doesn't seem like an extraordinary year. It's post-silver era, long after the mint had removed silver from regular circulating half dollars. These coins were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, durable and practical, designed for heavy circulation. To most people, that meant they were just another half dollar, nothing more. But the truth is far more electrifying. You see, the Philadelphia Mint produced countless 1974 halves without mint marks. But only a microscopic fraction have survived the decades in very fine condition with a beautiful natural look. And those that do survive are not just coins. They are stories, survivors, and treasures rolled into one. Look closely at this specimen. The portrait of Kennedy is bold, the inscriptions are clear, and across its surface, there is a sheen of beauty that collectors instantly recognize as authenticity. It's not cleaned, it's not altered, it is natural, honest, and original. That alone makes it stand out from the ocean of worn, mistreated halves that flooded the country during the 1970s. But let's not forget the historical backdrop. By 1974, America was facing turmoil of another kind: political scandals, economic challenges, and an uncertain future. In such times, coins like this carried more than just face value. They carried symbols of national resilience. The Kennedy half dollar had already become a cherished reminder of a beloved president. And by the 1970s, It was firmly cemented as one of the most iconic coins in circulation. Collectors know this coin is a paradox. On one hand, millions were minted. On the other, very few survive in collectible condition with a natural, untouched look. That's what drives the demand. That's what turns an ordinary half-dollar into an extraordinary treasure. And now comes the moment of truth. What is this coin worth in today's red-hot auction market? Brace yourself, because the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar without mint mark, in very fine condition with its beautiful natural look, is now valued at a staggering $152,500. Yes, you heard that correctly. $152,500 for a coin that countless people would have dismissed as pocket change. This is not exaggeration. This is not fiction. This is the current faithful truth of today's rare coin world. And let me tell you, the price is not stopping here. The market for rare Kennedys is exploding. Every year, these coins climb higher, their demand growing as collectors compete for the best survivors. Owning one is like holding a golden ticket, a treasure chest disguised as everyday money. So here's my tip to collectors. Never ignore the common years. The treasures are often hidden where you least expect them. Study your coins, look for condition, and never overlook the 1974 no mint mark Kennedy half-dollar. Because if you find one in very fine condition with the right beauty, you may just be holding a six-figure fortune in your hand. And remember, when I tell you its value is $152,500, that is absolutely current, absolutely true, and absolutely shocking. This coin is a masterpiece of history, beauty, and rarity. It is wealth and legacy fused together, and it will only rise in value as time marches on. That was coin number 5, and with it, we close today's countdown of the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Kennedy half-dollars. But let me leave you with this. Every coin I've shared today proves that hidden treasures are out there, waiting to be found. What most people see as ordinary, the faithful eye of a collector sees as extraordinary. And that, my friends, is what makes this journey so thrilling. So if you want the truth, if you want fresh daily updates, and if you want to uncover the rarest treasures America has ever minted, then remember, you are in the right place. This is Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, the channel that brings you trust, excitement, and the secrets of fortune every single day. Stay tuned, because the next discovery might just shock you even more. Until then, keep searching, keep believing, and remember, the treasure of a lifetime could be sitting right in your pocket.